Welcome to Dejobnik.
Eylon Levy. Eylon, thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
What do you make of this report? Is there a ceasefire on the horizon?
Well, there's not going to be a ceasefire that leaves the hostages in Gaza or Hamas in power. But what we do want to see is a temporary pause in the fighting to get those poor hostages out. We're talking about 134 people who have been trapped in the Hamas terror dungeons for 149 days now. It's too late for 33 of them. They've already been killed in captivity. And we want to see a pause in the fighting to help get those poor hostages back to their families.
How many of those hostages would you get for that pause, and what kind of a pause are you talking about?
I can't confirm any details until everything is confirmed. Obviously, we want to get all of the hostages out and are doing everything we can. That is why Israel is continuing to place unrelenting military pressure on Hamas to release the hostages. That's how we got the last 105 hostages out during the temporary pause in November, and we want another pause to get all the others out too.
How is the military operation going for viewers here that sort of see snippets? We also watch the hair on fire criticism of the left and the international community. But from Israel's perspective, as far as eradicating Hamas, how is it going?
Well, people said there was no military solution, and the military campaign has been exceeding expectations. Hamas started this war with 24 battalions, and essentially only the last 4 in Rafah are still standing. We've managed to shatter Hamas's military formations, destroy its missile production capability. That's why in Tel Aviv, we basically haven't heard a rocket siren in 2 months already. We're continuing to move in on the Hamas terror army to bring it to justice for 10/7, and more importantly, to make sure that it can never perpetrate those atrocities again and again, as it is threatening to do.
How do you feel about aid being dropped by the U.S.? Is there any... When you drop it that way, is there any way to control whether it goes to the civilian population or whether Hamas takes it and leverages it?
Well, this is a way to try to get aid to civilians and make sure Hamas can't steal it. We have enough capacity at Israel's crossings to get more aid into Gaza. The question is, how do you get it to civilians who need it while making sure Hamas can't steal it? And to date, Hamas has been stealing aid and the United Nations has been covering it up. So the airdrops are one way that we are looking into getting aid straight to civilians who need it, while making sure that the terror organization that started this war, that has brought ruin to the people of Gaza by starting the 10/7 atrocities and triggering this war, that the people can get the aid and the terrorists can't get their hands on it.
Is the U.S. putting too much pressure on at this point from the outside? Is there a sense in Israel that from the Prime Minister on down, you can't conduct the war you want to?
You know, President Biden said right at the beginning of this war that if the 10/7 atrocities had happened to the United States, its response would be swift, decisive, and overwhelming. And that's what we're doing. And we've had firm moral, military, diplomatic support, not only from the administration, a bipartisan basis, most importantly from the American people as well. The big Harvard-Harris poll this week showing 82% of Americans support Israel over Hamas. We have a problem with the universities on the campuses, as you'll be aware of, but we know that the American people stand firmly behind Israel as we fight to bring those poor hostages home and Hamas to justice.
Well, you're certainly right about the American people. You're right about the universities. And I know you can't say it about the White House, but hopefully they stay strong. We'll see if they do. Eylon, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Until next time, stay informed and inspired. This is Dejobnik signing off.